Leave no playlist unfinished, driver. This is not the last time you'll be handling bikes in this playlist. Get back into action. All good to resume our progression on this playlist. This is not the last time you'll be handling bikes in this playlist. But right now, you're going for another rugged ride with another four-wheeled vehicle. Also, it's going to be a night one, so keep your eyes peeled. We're almost there, driver. Commentary track on. And well, please keep in mind that what you hear in these audio tracks are authentic, spontaneous reactions of our specialist, recorded in the heat of the moment and shared with you for a truly authentic experience.
I've been running on an empty stomach for days now. And tonight, the mighty forces of Hawaii may get me after all. Ominous plants and lurking beasts, thinking they can finally get a piece of old Pierce. But no way. I must complete my task. Gotta climb that hill to get an overview. I may have found a good spot for yet another ride, but not sure I have enough strength remaining to see this through. More water. I'm in it up to my neck. Damn it. Structure seems solid enough, but I need to keep my eyes peeled. They could be cracks or holes anywhere and my tension is failing. Come on, stay awake, Pierce, old boy. You're not out of the woods yet. Didn't I already climb that hill? Damn it. I think I'm going in circles. That's it. I think hunger and exhaustion are getting to me. I'm starting to see things. I see goats in the sky. Tall, majestic creatures. They're like gladiators battling across the firmament. Marvelous. Wait a second. What forsaken country am I in? I'm losing it. Pierce's log final entry. If anyone's listening, these are probably my last words. I'm nearing starvation here. Might be about to embark on my last journey. It's okay. I've lived a full life. A beautiful adventure. Oh! A Turkish delight. I've just found a massive stash of sweets under the passenger seat. All right, I'm back and feeling more alive than ever. Must be this sugar rush. Let's finish this. All I need now is to come up with a car suggestion. Weird visions I had back there. Gladiators in the skies. Silly me. Eureka! The Jeep Gladiator. That's the one. It was here all along. The Jeep as the fighter, the wilderness for its arena. Tell me, listeners, are you not entertained?
Well, that was interesting. Getting closer to the tail end of the playlist. I hope this has been inspiring so far, driver. To ride bikes again, right? Well, here it is. You're in for another biker event. Pierce has specified the KTM 450 yet again. He must be quite fond of that machine. Let's see if you will feel the same after this.
Log, entry number 7. What a great night! See? That's what I like about these wild escapades. You never know what's gonna happen. Anyway, I'm ready to move on. I'm currently driving on the edge of the mountains, and I think this is a route that calls for a bike. Let's see what happens if I keep following the ridge. Settled. This is going to be a bike event. I reckon they should stick with the KTM 450 here. The Austrian queen of the Enduro Kingdom, with its original competition look this time. Those guys know a thing or two about uneven terrain. I can see the Motorfest grounds from here. Glorious! Take a little bathroom break before carrying on, and I happened to notice something a little peculiar. Bear prints all over the trail. Here, in the supposedly bear-free Hawaiian wilderness. Bloody mystery, but no time for that kind of monkey business. I've got an event to wrap up. Oh yeah, that section is definitely going to be part of the show. Bells! More bear tracks! It's starting to play on my mind, to be honest. The presence of a bear here is theoretically impossible, but I don't know. There could be some mighty nature force at work here. As someone once said, life finds a way. All right, Pierce, focus. Comes a bit of a cliff. Oh wow, my suspension felt that one for sure. Okay, that path is complete. Those bear tracks are still bothering me though, listeners. Pierce, old boy, you'd better watch your back.
Only 2 events left, driver, with some big things still in store. The next event originally didn't get safety clearance when Pierce pitched it to Motorfest after his test run. But he got them to come around. He's a passionate man. We're talking about a volcanic race with a very hefty vehicle and some out-of-control sections. Stay safe. hope you enjoy the race as much as Pierce's feedback. Looks like, yet again, he got himself caught in quite a situation.
Entry 8. I'm sure of it now. I'm dealing with a bloody bear. According to the news flash I managed to get, the big furry thing escaped from the Honolulu Zoo. He's tracked me all the way to the volcano. That Paddington's after me. Climb to the top. You want a piece of me, Teddy B? Come and get me up there. My machine is in dire straits. Come on, buddy. Don't let me down. He's right behind me. He's managed to follow me up here. Damn it, he's pressuring me. Going back down at full speed, no choice. All right, try to catch me now, you fat bastard. My car almost ended up on its roof. To anybody listening, use a proper sturdy machine for this ride. Like a Hummer, or maybe a bloody tank. What the hell? This animal's not giving up. Maybe some sharp zigs and zags will catch him off guard. Wait for it. Sharp left. Now, to the right. That's it, I think I'm safe. Who's laughing now, bear boy? Some tough ones, but this... God damn, I can't believe it! He's back!
I'll be back. Sounds like our good friend Pierce was in a tight spot back there. Anyway, back to business. This is your last chance for off-road glory, and it's bound to be difficult. You'll have to keep control of a fast rally car through the narrowest parts of Hawaii. This is the final event of this Motorfest series, and it's a banger. The last part of Pierce's adventures. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but, well, I do have one question. Do all humans talk to bears?
Cases log, entry 9. Holy marmalade, another eventful night. That bear eventually caught up with me. Such a resilient opponent. You gotta respect that. But hey, you know what? He turned out to be quite the nice fella. Once we got past the silliness, we really got on like a house on fire. We've got a lot in common, actually. Anyway, we chatted over a fish supper, then went our separate ways. Vaya con Dios, my runaway friend. Live free, I say. Alright, back to work. Our very last trail. I started way up in the mountains, and I'm currently going wild on the descent. This will undoubtedly call for a fast yet versatile vehicle. First thing that comes to mind is the Audi S1 EKS RX Quattro, a 600 HP four-wheel drive. A car that goes like the blazes but still thrives in the tightest of curves. My word, this is going to be spectacular.
driver. All good to resume our progression on this playlist. Well, sounds like our good friend Pierce was in a tight spot back there. Anyway, back to business. This is your last chance for off-road glory, and it's bound to be difficult. You'll have to keep control of a fast rally car through the narrowest parts of Hawaii. This is the final event of this Motorfest series, and it's a banger. a do-over. Let's try that again. Here, the last part of Pierce's adventures. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but, well, I do have one question. Do all humans talk to bears?
Entry 9. Holy marmalade, another eventful night. That bear eventually caught up with me. Such a resilient opponent. You gotta respect that. But hey, you know what? He turned out to be quite the nice fella. Once we got past the silliness, we really got on like a house on fire. We've got a lot in common, actually. Anyway, we chatted over a fish supper, then went our separate ways. Vaya con Dios, my runaway friend. Live free, I say. Back to work, our very last trail. I started way up in the mountains, and I'm currently going wild on the descent. This will undoubtedly call for a fast yet versatile vehicle. First thing that comes to mind is the Audi S1 EKS RX Quattro, a 600 HP four-wheel drive. A car that goes like the blazes but still thrives in the tightest of curves. My word, this is going to be spectacular. Like I get to enjoy a final glimpse of that beautiful Hawaiian jungle. Gorgeous. That's it. Got all I need for Volume 2 now. Time for a well-deserved break. Maybe I'll go to the cinema tonight. I hope iRide is still showing. Wow, what a bloody journey. We're through, listeners. Until our next adventure, peace out.
Make sure to get your vehicle reward, driver. driver. That was a rough one. As you've seen, even the most seasoned specialists wouldn't get out of this playlist unscathed. Yep, and that's an understatement. Anyway, you managed to tame the wilderness once more, and that calls for a reward. You know the drill. Drive, container, get your prize. Container right ahead. This time, we got you a special edition of the Jeep Wrangler. Your off-roading addiction just took a turn for the worse. New playlist experiences here. A new playlist experience is here. unlocked. All clear for you to indulge in, driver. Hey, driver, where do you stand on vintage cars? Because you're about to dive really deep into the vintage car culture and witness its evolution. Part of the Motorfest activities, there's a place where all oldies enthusiasts can gather, exchange, and compete. It's called the Motorfest Vintage Convention. And that's precisely what gave birth to this playlist. travel through 4 decades, from the 50s to the 80s, and experiment the cars, the vibe, and the engineering advances of each time period. So you better fasten your seatbelt. You're going back in time. Don't be a stranger. For this playlist, the question isn't where you're going, but when. Let's see what's coming up. The 50s. You'll start your voyage into the past with a smooth ride behind the wheel of a Cadillac Eldorado. No guidance system, no fancy electronics, just pure mechanics, so you can enjoy some actual mid-20th century sensations. You won't be alone. Kaya Khanna, one of our best mechanic and retro vehicles expert, will accompany you through your time tour. She's passionate, straightforward, and she knows everything about vintage cars. You'll love her.
So for your first spin, all you gotta do is follow the instructions and enjoy a smooth drive towards Haula Forest. I'm Kai, by the way. I'll be your guide from afar. I'll pick and prep your cars and give you some tips. Plus you get to enjoy my company. Clearly the best part. Motorfest ground. They say you're quite the driver. That Cadillac you're driving, that's a real piece of history. It was designed at the time to be the finest car money could buy. As you can guess, it's one of the most expensive production cars of its time. Better treat that old lady with all the respect she deserves. Don't miss that next turn on the right. And right again. I can tell you, there's no other place quite like it. I mean, seriously, look at this natural arch. Real soon. Watch for it. This car may struggle a little bit on the way up. Go easy on her. She's not as young as she used to be. Don't worry. Its weight will help you gain some speed and have more fun on the way down. See? Always better downhill. You made it. Good work.
The kind of action that First Decade has to offer. The racetrack is just nearby.
You festival goers a good old-fashioned gig, so you can enjoy these 50s oldies at their maximum capacity. Oh, and I get that's a race and all, but you're still driving an original 1957 Eldorado, so look after it. Do not forget, I'm the one patching things up afterwards. Powerful engine. Some pro drivers learned that the hard way in the 50s. Does the name Hornet ring any bell? one final push. Hang in there.
About to enter the 60s. Iconic music festivals, flower power, cars that would impact the automotive industry for generations. What a decade! That were born in the 60s, I have a personal favorite, the Volkswagen Combi. Hey, being an AI doesn't mean you don't have your own taste. The Combi is and will remain the most emblematic van of all time. I just love it. And today, we'll just see how tough it can be in a race.
Colorful and lovely, but stay focused. Combis are awesome, but driving them in a race isn't exactly a walk in the park. They're a tad stiff and they got a high center of gravity. So, what's your perks? The good news is, everyone's driving a Combi. Oh, I forgot to tell you. From now on, your cars will be equipped with nitrous oxide system. Give it a shot. Looks like you're the one calling the shots. Impressive. On top of being a road legend, this van got a whole lot of names and nicknames over the years. Depending on the country, it is known as the Bulldog or the Split because of its distinctive split screen. And of course, Combi 21 because of its 21 windows. Yeah, that's a lot. push that good old Type 2 engine to its absolute limit. You know about the Volkswagen engine types, right? Final turn. It's pretty sharp. Use your brakes. That's the finish line right there. Come on, all out.
The next stop is all the way north. The Vintage team has yet another road trip prepared for you. You'll have to reach an unknown location using the instructions you've been given, just like you did before. Perfect opportunity for you to discover the island at your own pace and enjoy that 60s vibe some more. I can tell you, this isn't about the destination, it's all about the journey. Icing on the cake, your ride will be the eternal 1969 Mustang Boss 429.
ride. Keep an eye on your instructions, and you should reach that secret destination in no time. Giant stone. Can you see the turtle? You got it. Stay on the right. You should see a church soon. Take a left right in front of it. Dirt road, don't miss it. That the Mustang Bus 429 was originally built to compete in motorsports competitions. It's one of the rarest and most expensive muscle cars ever, so keep that in mind before doing anything rash, okay? Plus, I love that car. To the bridge. You should be closing in. Good job.
picture what's waiting for you next. Dirt roads, sunflower fields, and time attack. That's right, you're rallying in the 70s. For this challenge, Kai has brought you a 1970 Japanese beauty, the Nissan Fairlady Z432. Plus, traction control has just made its debut.
Right? So I'll be your co-pilot. Light curve on the right. Watch that left curve. Traction Control Edition yet? Right turn. There's gonna be a long left, then a long right. Turn, then right. Water. Go for it. Full speed. Sharp left coming. Another sharp left, then right.
going for a vibrant, high-paced event. Get ready for a disco face-off. You'll be driving is an absolute collector's piece. She's red, she's Italian, and she has shaped car history like all her big sisters before her. I'm talking about the Ferrari 365 GTB4, also known as the Ferrari Daytona.
jaw-dropping landscape. This face-off needs your absolute focus. You're driving a powerful car, and this route should allow you to reach maximum speed, but it is not devoid of curves, so watch it. One of the fastest cars on the planet, a Ferrari's most feared weapon on racing tracks. Her list of feats is beyond impressive, with spectacular wins in some of the most famous 24-hour competitions. That's what actually got her the nickname Ferrari Daytona.
This a do-over. rewind that one.
Is right there. All you gotta do now is let her fly.
We'll get it this time. Going for our final time jump, a skip towards yet another very popular decade, the 80s. And to introduce the decade of the mixtape, I believe the Vintage Con team went for a slightly different kind of atmosphere. But I can tell you that Kai TV legend Pontiac Firebird TA 1982. With that car, you'll enter this final decade with panache and ready to face anything.
Steps in the 80s, huh? How does it feel? So, once again, you'll have to reach your destination using only what the Vintage Gang is willing to give you. Pay close attention to the instructions and you should be fine. You don't want to get lost. I mean, look around you. And I should mention, because another decade has passed, you now have access to ABS technology. I took care of all the tweaks. Let's see if you can make good use of it. Visibility's terrible here. Keep your eyes peeled. That atmosphere reminds me of some of the Hawaiian tales my parents used to tell me. The Night Marchers, the Green Lady of Wahiwa, super creepy. Never heard these scary bedtime stories? Some people think Hawaii's only sun, beaches, and rainbows. Look at this rough path tonight. The 82 Pontiac Firebird is fast and agile. Exactly what you need right now. And you know how famous this car is, don't you? Better backtrack. Well, it seems you made it through the night. Your destination's right in front of you. Okay, that was awesome.
This is it, time traveler. We're moving towards the final experience this voyage has to offer. A race between the 4 decades you have explored. The ultimate vintage showdown in an 80s feel. Don't ask me about the car. Kai did not reveal anything about it. I guess you'll find out on the starting grid.
the most incredible cars of the 20th century. Give it everything you got. And don't forget to have fun. That's the whole point, right? Bringing together the best cars from the 4 decades we've explored. Did you notice that, right? They may not all have as much raw power as the F40 you're driving, but stay on your guard. Each and every one of these cars is a legend. You should know, you drove some of them.
You've yet to claim your reward, driver. Time to head back to the container. There's one last car you haven't tried yet. The one you're taking home. Kai helped us choose it for you. I believe it's one of her all-time favorites. A Shelby Cobra 427 from 1966. Here we are. Ready to receive your own piece of car history? new playlist experience is here. How about giving a brand new playlist a go? A playlist is available, driver. Motorfest is proud to show you this new playlist. A full-on automobile Lamborghini experience. Innovation, edgy design and flashy colours are what makes Lambo stand out. But as you'll see, there's so much more to it. Ever since its inception over 60 years ago, Lamborghini has been going from triumph to triumph. Now, the Motorfest gives you a chance to experience the legend and to write its next chapter here in Hawaii. Ready to experience what Lamborghini's all about? Buckle up. This is going to be one hell of a day. to the next objective. A story that began with a genuine passion for sports cars and with one clear goal in mind: to create the best supercars, vehicles that can go head-to-head with the cream of the crop. Mindset spawned several elite cars during Lamborghini's formative years. But the one we chose for you to start with is, predictably, the first true Lamborghini jewel, the Miura. Powerful, elegant, unconventional. The Miura is a car that reshuffled the cards among sports car manufacturers. Needless to say that clean driving is mandatory. But that's also part of the challenge, right? Here we are. Chapter 1. Inspirational Origins. Drive fast, stay on the road, and score the biggest possible bonus. for the taking. Keep at it. You're a natural driver. Wish I could drive this good. Keep at it. Start. Just the way Lamborghini did it back in the 60s. That was just the beginning. imagination, innovation, and action. That's what it takes to bring incredible cars to life, and Lamborghini knows all about it. The first race got you in the mood. Well, let's strike the iron when it's hot with the legendary Lamborghini Countach 5000 Quattro Valvole. Successor to the Miura, the Countach is the first awesome Lamborghini, but it clearly is the manufacturer's first superstar. A car that would leave a permanent mark in hearts and minds all around the world. The definite embodiment of Lambo identity that had set the tone for the brand's future. Ready? Here comes Chapter 2. Legendary Designs. Take good care of that Countach. It is so much more than just a car. To guess which car is waiting for you next? Here are your clues. It's the fastest supercar from the early 90s and a Lamborghini for a whole new generation. It's named after the famous and ferocious fighting bull, El Diablo. Lambo party goes on. Chapter 3, Leading Edge Technology. gonna need that Lamborghini back. Don't forget the clean driving bonus. Century. Another major step towards the future. Diabolical! The three most iconic Lambos of the 20th century. Now it's time to step into the third millennium. Huracan's design is based on the hexagonal shapes of the carbon atom, fused with the unmistakable flavor of Lamborghini. Sensual, streamlined, and powerful, the Huracan embodies Lamborghini's ascent to new heights. Refined and modern as always. Onto your seat. Chapter 4, Lambo sets the trends. Lamborghini that took the 21st century by storm. Has always been about looking forward. They don't only create great cars on the cutting edge of technology, but they're willing to go above and beyond with each new model. Take the Urus, for example. It's the first SUV made by Lamborghini, described as an SSUV, super sport utility vehicle. A vehicle that mixes the soul of a supercar with the functionality of an SUV, giving you the freedom to take on terrain you've never explored before. got it. This party continues with Chapter 5, a new kind of beast. You're right. You're gonna make it.